Little bit of an upgrade, I think. I think so. Let's come over here first, actually. Did I get this? Yeah, okay. Sick! Where were we? We were grinding actually right here, weren't we? Do we catch a Ghastly? I think we wait. Maybe we should... Should I go for Dunsparce? Actually, don't know. Ghastly's the only nighttime Pokemon I'm looking for right now, right? Oh, and in the second area, the first trade Pokemon is available. Well, not trade, trade item. I will farm a King's Rock. First trade's actually Geodude. We'll be getting ourselves a Golem, which I've never had before. I feel like it should actually be daytime for grinding. Oh! What are the odds? I'm actually gonna just tackle. That is perfect. Excuse me. What was I about to do? Why can't I think? Oh, Google. Cerebi. Lady. Let's just do Lady Buff. Gen 2. Details. Route 31. Crystal. Yep, that's right. Everybody's one singular level. Oh, wait, what the? Wait. There we go. My bad. That got turned off. That was my bad. I could just hold off on catching things for a while. You know what? Honestly, let's do it. With how much grinding we're gonna have to do? Who's the other one that's gonna take forever? Geodude. And Pidgey. I forgot about him. Alright, let's catch that Pidgey. Hoppip's level what, 27? I actually really want shiny Hoppip, so we're not gonna do Hoppip. Why did I run? Alright, well, we let that one flee to tell his friends that we're looking for the shiny pink one. Or is it green? It's green. Jumpluff's pink. Meowth. Pidgey's here, I think. Oh, good for you. Bulky, to say the least. There's a Pidgey. Let's go. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm doing this. I should have gone the other way. Chikorita's not close to dying. I'm not even speeding up. Oh shit, we caught Pidgey. That's right. And then, how do I do this? Oh god. I gotta open the fucking folder of 250 Pokemon. And then we'll scroll down to, where's Pidgey? Pidgey's gotta be towards the bottom, right? Yep, there's Pidgey. Pop. Alright, I gotta get better at that. I gotta remember the tug of my brand new Pokemon. So hold on. It's time. Let's catch the boy. He's in here. The boy's in here. It's not great. Hey, there's a guy. I didn't look up this route. Does anybody know if there's a range? Route, nope, 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 nope. Route 46. There is. Do you think 2's the range? What do you think the range is? Alright, we've seen 2. So we're looking for 1 or 3. Oh, Pidgey, you have this. Good. Level 1. Oh, so we... Okay. Take the 2. Nice! I should probably save. If I miss a Phanpy, I'm just gonna... Oh, god damn it. See, if this was one of my... If I had done a proper cheated start, I could teach my Pidgey Mud Slap. But I didn't. Because I was torn between cheating to level up my Chikorita and Totodile and getting Mud Slap to duplicate it, and leaving them at level 5 and grinding them up normally. I'm not sure which was the right choice. Having a bunch of copies of Mud Slap is really nice. For exactly this situation. You kill those Geodudes when they come in. Sick! Gotta be up, right? No, that's too high up. There he is. That cannot believe I did that in less than 24 hours. I'm pretty happy with the results. Some people might not be. Excuse me. I love it. I think it turned out great. And literally all that matters. So we'll have to get Spiro when we leave. I ain't coming back here. I'm just gonna run for these. It would be nice to get confirmation on the friendship too. I'm almost certain that it's any spot. Simply because I've grinded up quite a few Pokemon with friendship, and I don't remember having to put them in the front spot. Now again, it could be that I just zoned out riding on a bicycle with them in the front spot, but I mean, I've done this challenge. I'm almost certain that I just throw them in the back seat and walk around with them. Because that's, I'm almost certain that's how I got my, the level 7 Raichu? No, 6 Raichu. Yeah, because it was a level 5 Pichu, 6 Pikachu, 6 Raichu, yeah. I think you can get like a level 3 one. You need help up? You are some of the most unathletic cats, I swear to God. Nothing like forgetting your phone was in your lap. And it wasn't his fault, actually. The basket that hangs off the cat tower, it's like a hanging basket. Was actually set over top the chair, so I'm not sure how that even happened. So they were like stacked on top of each other, so that was actually not his fault. He was just confused. That's his fault, but the stacking of the two of them was confusing. But I mean, yeah, he still could have gotten in either of them, whatever. Is the little square underneath Chikorita supposed to be its leg? I feel like, based on Chikorita's shape, that little square should be white at the bottom of it. That's gonna bother me now about Chikorita. I don't think its legs are that close together that it would have... Huh, I think that's miscolored. So there's like the front right leg, and then next to it, that should be white, I think. Where's Phanpy? Ner. Ah, no sleep powder, that's right, I forgot. You don't even get stuns for? I always actually liked Chikorita when I played this game when I was younger. It's simply because level 8 Razor Leaf, man. Is it the best move? No, but like better than Rage and Smokescreen. And then even then, I still think it's better than Ember and Water Gun. Crit is definitely better than Chance to Burn, and Water Gun does nothing. Now, Chance to Burn is better late game. Absolutely. Chance to Burn is phenomenal. But the chance to just double... Is it 1.5 or 2 in this? I can't remember. It's just so good. Now, we're not seeing Phanpy. I'm not a big fan of that. It's freaking me out. So we're gonna leave. And try coming back, maybe? Oh! Did I save? I didn't save, did I? Big ballin'! Oh! I didn't save, did I? That seems close. Ah! So what, like 5 Geodudes? Oh, another shot. I'm so greedy about it, I don't even care. Ah! Who do I have that's weaker? You're not weak enough, there's no way. Ah! What is this RNG all of a sudden? That was wild. Damn. Oh, wait. I forgot about whoops. Forgot about a crystal exclusive mechanic. That's my bad. You get double friendship if you level up in the place you caught the Pokemon. So since it's level 2, I should absolutely level it up on Route 31 for double friendship. It just makes sense to do that. should have saved. That was my fault. Leech Seed is better, but there's some shenanigans you can do with Poison Powder. Especially if you're using, not save states, but just save and quits. Like if you're too over leveled, you can use Leech Life as like a timed way to catch Pokemon, because eventually it'll take them down to the red. I don't recommend it, but it does work. Rattata! Level 2, I should probably catch it. Actually, they might be level 3 in Sprout Tower. Oh god, when did I save last? He flees. Oh, he doesn't. Ah! You're dead from a tackle, right? Yeah. Oh my god! What? Alright, well I'm back to where I was. That feels good. Is that 5 Geodudes in a row? And then a Phanpy? Ah. Accursed Creature? At least I actually remember to save this time. I don't know why I just ran there. That was weird. If I got a shiny from this patch, I would want probably Golem. I've never seen shiny Golem. I've just never seen Golem. Although Donphan's that same color of red. I need to save. Doesn't look like a lot of progress, but it is. You don't really have to worry once you have everything caught, but right now I'm trying to save. The early game, dude, you gotta save money. Unless you're like just cheating, but I don't like to cheat unless I need to cheat. Or it's like fun cheating. But you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to actually fight it. Oh my god! The EXP game! Alright, I might actually have to go, I have to go heal up. Do we catch this Rattata? Level 2 to 3. Hold on. Route 29. Oh yeah, no, we can catch it elsewhere. Geodude, you can win this, bro. Come on. It's in your blood. It's in your best interest, dog. I think Pidgey's got another fight in it. Chikorita's got, what, 4 more Razor Leaves? Although I can probably tackle him at this point. Okay, hold on, we can do this. Oh, what? Is a level 7 Pidgey too strong to hit a level 1 Phanpy? Is Pidgey already too strong? It is stab. I do like that Pidgey's in the green now. He's healed! Not really, but he is. But not really. Oh, he's one-shotting level 1s now. That's big. Dude, as soon as I get this Phanpy, we are out of here. Crit! You think it mattered? Yeah, see, if I had Mud Slap right now, this would be a totally different challenge. But it does, I mean, it makes the whole thing overall easier to start doing stuff like that. But I do agree with some people that it is a step over the cheating line. Dear God, I cannot remember who I would have talked to about this 6 years ago when I first started, 7 years ago when I first started doing Professor Oak Crystal. But beating Falconer with the first 2 starters and then not with the third one is... it's morally gray. Although if you were speedrunning, you would absolutely do it. Speedrunners are so morally gray. For seconds, baby! So we're not seeing any Phanpy, so... yes. Oh no, that's right. Are we out of tackle as well? Yeah. Probably not a problem. Oh, he already has Water Gun. Shit. I was like, when does he get Water Gun? Like... I was like, that'll make this so much easier once he gets Water Gun. Like, he should have it. It'll be, what, 14? Honestly, though, on the level 1s, yeah, scratch. Hello, my Phanpy. Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Oh, we're... yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Trant. Should we do Pidgey first? What's Chikorita at? We're about to get an evolution, I think. Not really. It could be whoever. It could be whoever. Oh, Gust, huge. 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 Wow. So, we were so close to just unlocking a new move on that Rattata. It wouldn't have been quite, but... That's definitely worth the save, though. Should I gust this guy? How many gusts? So it'd be minus 0.5. It'd be so weak. It's times 1.5, but it's minus 2. Should I just run from this at this point? Ah, no, I got it. I got this. Curse you, tackle. Yeah, we got him now. Okay, we're strong enough. Alright. Never mind, it was a waste of time. Level 2 is a little bulkier. Yikes. Fanfi, hello? Level 10's pretty solid for here. Now right here is where Mud Slap would be massive. Having a stab move right off the rip. Oh wow. That's not yellow. There's yellow. I'm just going for it. I ain't getting it lower than that. Actually, there's, I think, literally no reason to. Yes! Where's Fanfi? By Stantler, I want to say I can like picture them together, right? Maybe not. Magneton, Venomoth, Nidoking, Kadabra, Slowpoke, Politoed, Weepinbell, Bellsprout, Flaffy, Spinarak, Sentient. Nope. Nope. Start at the bottom and scroll up. We're back up. Okay, hold on. Wait, there we go. And boop. Well, that worked perfectly. We're just gonna catch ourselves a Spira. Yeah, Geodude! That's another save. Oh, there's Phanpy again. Oh, good experience from a level 1. Wow. Alright, can we do it? Low HP, level 1. No! Oh, another try, another try, another try. Wrong way. Let's go. Spearow's definitely at the, yeah, there he is. He's at the start. Looks like my red coloration's a little off, but I did my best. So we're done here. I think I win this so long as I don't get crit. Nice. I got the crit. Look at me, look at me! I get the crit now. Alright, let's go try to get ourselves a Teddiursa. And a Dunsparce, I guess. Pokemon are available at this point. Are going to be 73 with Golem. Is Golem the only new Pokemon to me? I think so. And then in the second area, it'll be Slowking. And then the third area will have Machamp. Abra. Oh, Gengar as well. So there'll be 2 new ones. So what, is there 74 Pokemon available for the first gym? Dude, that's crazy. I still can't believe fucking Wasting managed to... Oh. Oh no. Did I do a stupid? I think I did. I could have probably gotten my Geodude here. Totally forgot. Alright, one moment. Should get ready to leave. How do you do this again? We'll figure it out. Bumbling in the dark. Alright. Let's see if we can remember how to do this. A Zubat! Thankfully, even with the lowered levels in Gen 2, having caught a singular level lower Geodude's not gonna kill me. It is unoptimal. But... Alright, so we maxed that out. There it is. There it is. Hold on, wait. I should, it might not even actually go higher level. It might be one of those floating, is it floating integers? And it rounds down. Ugh. When's he learn magnitude? Like 12? Sick. Uh-oh. I was gonna say, is that a 3 hit now? I would like to beat the shit out of Teddiursa to weaken him. Dunsparce is just, you know, he can't, I don't think, Dunsparce can't run. Oh my god, I don't think he can run. Alright. We haven't seen a single Teddiursa. Although we saw no Phanpys, and then all of a sudden we saw like 8 Phanpys. I feel like it's kind of weird that both of the fleeing Pokemon are morning encounters. I feel like that's not right. I feel like Teddiursa is definitely supposed to be nighttime. Especially since, well, I guess it wouldn't matter if he's in, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. I guess maybe it does make sense that it's morning and he's in Dark Cave and he's a bear. I don't know. I think I was actually fine on the Geodudes. We haven't seen a level 3 Geodude yet, have we? I was gonna say, I'd be a little scared to punch Teddiursa now. We're getting close to Bayleaf. Got the level up. Nice. Oh, I thought we were gonna get the evolution too. Oh, Geodude's cruising! I think he's got one left. This grind is so interesting because it's like it's got layers to it. I didn't realize it flashed the whole place up like that. But when you first start doing the challenge, it's just like, dude, this is miserable. Holy shit. And then all of a sudden you get to the point where you're like two-shotting, then one-shotting, and you're like, wait, this is actually really easy. And then you hit like level 16 to 20, and you're like, wait, no, this is bad. And then as soon as you hit level 30 for some of them, you're like, this is actually stupid. Why am I doing this? And then I'm not even joking. When you hit level 35, you're like, wait, no, hold on. When was this ever bad? Because it honestly, like, it's bad. But it never actually gets so bad that you're, like, not making progress. I think, literally, unless you're above level 30, you will always see the EXP bar moving. Now, I might not. Because I've lowered the fucking experience totals. Oh, here we go. I don't know if I've saved recently. I definitely can't hit him. Can Geodude? Oh, no, he can't. It doesn't matter. When did I save last? That's a while. Damn. Really? That don't feel right. That doesn't feel right at all. Right? Okay, this is where I was looking for. Up. Woo! Woo! Let's go! It's a Bailey. No Chikorita, though. Not yet. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know, though. Somebody's just clicked off this video because they're like, he's cheating. And they're not entirely wrong. Just ain't cheating the way you think I am. Alright, Teddy Ursa, where are you at? I wouldn't even have been offended if he ran. I'd run. If a fucking living rock hit me for that much damage, I'd be gone. Hell yeah. Imagine if it was shiny, dude. That would have been a crit. Dude, Munchlax has nothing on him. Oh, I forgot to do that. I gotta start doing the thing when I'm on the screen. 13. He's like right next to Donphan, isn't he? Yeah. Boop. Hell yes. That's literally the two most annoying ones done. And you don't even need save states. We didn't do anything that you... We didn't do anything you can't do on a Game Boy. So now it's just Dunsparce time. Actually, here's the question: how many of those sweet tackles do I have? Just in case we see another Dunsparce. 5, perfect. It's time for Dunsparce. Since he's so close to leveling up, I forgot about that. Let's just do Totodile. Hilariously, what inspired me to do all 3 starters was originally that I just didn't want to do Meganium or Typhlosion. I was like, you can't make me, dude. Totodile's better. But I was like, 6 levels from 30 to 36. I was like, that's literally the worst of the grind. Like, I can't cop out the worst of the grind. And then like it just dawned on me. Because hilariously, I actually did start the playthrough without the other two starters. Just looking for that damn Ghastly. And then, yeah, I restarted, and then I did another one, and I didn't get the Ghastly, and then I did another one, and I didn't get the Ghastly. I just kept getting to the second gym, and being like, dude, I need that Ghastly. Like, it's gonna help me catch the legendary dogs. And what's funny is in the end, I could have used a shiny Jinx to catch the legendary dogs. Jinx is just as fast. It has Lovely Kiss instead. Is it Sweet Kiss? Lovely Kiss. Lovely Kiss, I think. Which is actually more accurate, I believe, at 70%, if I remember correctly. And then I could have just caught a Haunter later, but yeah. I was determined. And I'm glad I did, because I played through the whole game with it, and it was a fun experience. However, this time we're going to catch the even cooler Haunter. This is going to be the true dream team. I should be bonking, but with speed up. Oh, wait, that's level 1. I don't know how fast bonking is with speed up, honestly. Ah! I'm probably not in a good corner for bonking, honestly. Is what it is. What's Rage do? Like nothing. Wonderful. Hey! It's Teddy Ursa time! If you're wondering why I'm not going out of my way to catch all the other Pokemon, it's because there's just a chance. Snowball's chance in hell that we catch one shiny while grinding up these other guys. I'd like to save a Pokeball or two. I think I have everybody that's over 30. Nope, I do actually need Ghastly. Ghastly's the last one. So maybe we get Feraligatr and then grab Ghastly. Since technically Sprout Tower is not the best place to grind anymore. It is outside during the daytime. Dunsparce is kind of funny because he's like fully. Is he a bunch of experience? Oh my god, dude, can you imagine if you could get swarms of Dunsparce this early? I mean, you can't, but dude, that would be crazy. I don't think you can. I'm almost certain you can't. I'm almost certain I talked to Wasting about it. I think you can repel trick him technically if you duplicated repels. I I think there's a singular repel you can get from the unknown cave. But what was I gonna say? He's a fully evolved Pokemon. I wonder if he's worth decent experience. Oh, and then what's crazy is I've never done a Professor Oak challenge before, like the Professor Oak challenge had come out. But when I was in college, I had grinded out multiple Feraligatrs before getting the Pokedex, which means before even talking to Mr. Pokemon, which is just stupid because the amount of grinding that takes, you could see a shiny. And yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason I know why I did it, because I wanted to picture him being like, oh, like, is this enough grinding for the rival fight? Because I wanted to Ice Fang my rival in Heart Gold Soul Silver, because they'd have a Chikorita. But it wasn't until I was done that somebody mentioned it, and it was like, oh shit, you're right. Like, if I'd have seen a shiny, I'd been screwed. Because I unironically had a friend who, and I should have known better, who like ran into a shiny Hoot Hoot or something like that as their first Pokemon. And there I am, like, I'm just gonna kill like thousands of these things as like a meme. It was probably them. But no, hilariously, if I had just realized, that was back in like 2015. If I had just realized the potential back then, I could have been the founder of the Professor Oak Challenge. But instead, I was just going for the memes. And then I made like a tradition out of it on my birthday. I would just like sit around and hang out with friends and play on my Game Boy all day, just killing shit. Mostly just Geodudes, because Ice Fang and Water Gun would kill them like instantly. I mean, once you have Ice Fang, you're killing everything instantly anyways, but I do distinctly remember at one point just like getting really excited about farming Kakunas. So I was probably outside. I don't know where Kakunas would be in Heart Gold Soul Silver, but I'm guessing over by Mr. Pokemon's house. I haven't saved in a while. Can you imagine if I ran into a Dunsparce and missed the ball and had to reset an entire fucking level? Oh, that'd be so sad. But this is what the Professor Oak Challenge is to me. You just set a goal, and while you're doing that goal, you grind up your Pokemon. And it can be anything. I mean, like right now, I'm literally just filling out the Pokedex. But once the Pokedex is done, I might set a shiny target. And we'll either get the shiny target, or we'll finish this section. It's that easy. I know the Professor Oak Challenge isn't for a lot of people, but if you're a shiny hunter, you absolutely would love, because the worst possible chance, like as a shiny hunter doing a Professor Oak Challenge, is that you finish the Professor Oak Challenge and that you have more resources to do your shiny hunting with. That's the worst thing that can happen. However, I think the Professor Oak Challenge with a shiny badge quest is the craziest way to play Pokemon. I'm doing a dream team because I don't like being restricted to certain Pokemon. Because like for badge 2, who would I do? There's nobody on my team right now that's unbadged 2. So, well, I would do Oddish actually. That's not true. So could I? I would have to do Ghastly, Oddish. No. I don't have a 3. I would have to swap Electrode out for somebody. Electrode and Houndoom would have to get swapped most likely. Could I even do somebody blue in that section? There are some, like Beedrill's blue. Ariados, I could do Ariados. No, Ariados is the next section. Ariados is the same section. Well, I think you could go back for bug catching contest. Never mind. Oh, I think Pinsir's blue. But, like, again, I don't like being restricted like that. Like, I think it's cool, but I would rather, like, I'd rather do what I'm doing. Although, I was actually thinking about doing a shiny badge quest as well. But I was like, I don't want to get to the point where I'm done with a section and then just literally running in grass, waiting for sparkles of a Pokemon that I'm not actually, like, excited for. But on the flip side, like, I could get excited. Like, I was thinking maybe I'd do a shiny badge quest for pink Pokemon. Because I love all the pink Pokemon. But, like, I don't know. I'm stretching it there. Because I would die if I multi-phased on, like, a third challenge. Because I'm already doing the Professor Oak challenge and a dream badge, or a dream team. If I'm doing a shiny badge on top of that and I'm multi-phasing for the one I added, oh my god. That's a good time to save, actually. Let's go! Woo! Dicelander! I'm doing well. How are you? I just got a new Pokemon playthrough set up. This is the one I've talked about this on my Game Boy that has like 800 hours. I'm restarting it technically, and I'm gonna stream the whole thing. I hope you're well. Hope school's treating you well. Hope that semester finally let up on you. We're looking for a Dunsparce right now. The 1%. The 1% sparse is real. Ugh. My bad. I jumped the gun. Well, I hope it's a good one. I was just talking about it as you joined. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Professor Oak challenge or the shiny badge quest or the dream team challenge. But we're gonna probably just do Dream Team and Professor Oak. Shiny badge is it's a little overwhelming for me. And we will not be doing what Wasting Saturday is doing and catching every single Pokemon in the game as shiny. Because that is way too hard. Yep, we will catch and evolve every single thing before each gym. But, since I come from the challenge community, I have the universal randomizer that most challenge players use. So I did a little editing. So first and foremost, all evolutions are possible to me. So I don't need to trade. I can get a Gengar, Golem, Alakazam, Machamp though. Slowking, Steelix, Caesar, they're all on the table. I also, like the craziest person alive, lowered the Pokemon's level in the wild in Gen 2. So if you can see on screen, I just killed a level 1 Teddiursa in the wild. So this will potentially be one of the longest grinds you can do in a Pokemon game. I'll have to recount. I think 222 Pokemon. Time-based encounters are still on. I've actually caught most of them. We're missing Ladybug. Who are we missing? Ladybug, Ghastly, Growlithe, and somebody else. We just caught Phanpy and Teddiursa. We just caught them. I did use the Generation 2 PC duplication glitch. So I have all 3 starters. I have Quilava, Totodile, and Bayleaf. And if you didn't know this, if you do that glitch, they do not register in your Pokedex until you get the second form. Now, I will have to breed their base forms when I get to the daycare on Route 34. But yes. That's a massive pain. And Teddiursa is so good. Feint Attack. Lick is, like, not a great move, but a normal type Pokemon starting with Lick is, like, so cool in my opinion. And then I think it learns the elemental punches and, like, I mean, just a good normal type being able to use strength is always fun. But once I learned about, this was 2019, I think, once I learned about the time clock, debug screen, or whatever you want to call it, it was a game changer. Now, I'd have to re-look up how to do it, especially since I'm on my computer. I don't know what the button inputs would be. But being able to change the time whenever you want is insane. Now, I'm not even going to have this argument with anybody. I will ban somebody over this, but it is 110% a debug screen. It is not an intended thing for players to be using. I will eat my words if somebody shows me the original Crystal pamphlet and it shows how to access the time clock. But as far as I'm aware, no one has ever been able to solve the password system without, like, an online generator for it. It's 100% a leftover debug tool. Now, again, that being said, using it is phenomenal. There's so many people who just claim that it's, like a tool that you're supposed to use casually, and it's like, bro, you have to, like, you have to put in the money you have, your trainer ID, and what else is it? Something else, and then it spits out a random code, and then you input the code on a screen that you have to, like, I don't even remember what the buttons are to, like to get to the screen. But they only recently found, like, the Crystal one, like, 10 years ago. So, I think you can just fix the clock, like... I think there's a way to, like, change the Pokegear, maybe. But, like, what this does is, like, it literally lets you change the time of day and the day whenever you want. But you also have to remember, like, and I could just be totally wrong, but... when Emerald, or was it Ruby and Sapphire? One of the Gen 3 games came out, they just straight up broke time-wise. It is, like, really harsh, but, like, that was also just a thing in Gen 3. Was, like, eventually the time just stopped. Although that was, like, hardware. No, one of the craziest things for me as a kid was that's so crazy to even think about back then, was, like, doing that, sending your cartridges in. I want to get some cards graded by those companies, but I cannot imagine sending my cards through the mail nowadays. I can't. I cannot imagine mailing cards to a company to get them graded now. I genuinely, and I know this is like fucking borderline schizophrenia talking, but like, I swear, dude, there's like just a stack of like really good cards that are like 7s and 8s, and as soon as you send in a 10, yours gets swapped out for a 7. Like, I know that's just crazy talking, but like, there's no way, dude. I can't. And I did read about that happening with, I think, One Piece cards, but like, not that like scenario. They were just like, they weren't getting them back. People were sending in their One Piece cards and then they just wouldn't get them back. But I also don't believe in all that. I think it's cool. I think having your card permanently sealed like that is cool. It's a great way. Like, if you have like a $1,000 card, absolutely. But yeah, I just can't imagine it. Now, I do have it on my list. I want to go to like one of those Las Vegas shows where like there's thousands of people and like you could get your card like done in an hour. That would be cool. But yeah, I couldn't imagine sending my most expensive card off for like weeks and then getting a letter in the mail back that's like, hey, we lost your card in the mail and you signed a thing that said we're not at fault. So have a good one. Wait, Mom can change the time? What? She can change daylight savings time. Can she? I mean, we can just check. What? That doesn't sound right. I mean, I haven't played the start of this game, I think 6 years, so... Oh, I forgot Weedle's a time-based encounter. So yeah, Weedle and Caterpie I also don't have yet, but... You know, just in case one shows up and it's shiny, you know, just in case. What? Okay, the clock on the wall sounds like people mixing up this with, Gen 3. Because that's how you start Gen 3, but I could totally be wrong. I'd happily be wrong. Because I would rather be wrong because it would just prove that the debug screen is what I've said it is. Because it just isn't right, dude, that you're on the title screen and it's like down B select and then you let go of down B for like left A and then it pops up with a screen and it says insert your passcode. And it's like, how would you ever figure out your passcode normally? There's no way to figure out a passcode in this game. I know Mom changes daylight savings time. To blow my mind, I was depressed. So, oh, I didn't finish what I don't remember what I got distracted with. The one thing that blew my mind that I never knew about because I didn't play the game as a kid at night was I didn't know about the police officers, for like the longest time around Goldenrod City. There's 2 police officers, one with a Growlithe. No, I think they both have Growlithe. I think they both have Growlithe. Yeah, I never knew they were there because I never played the game at night. Trying very hard, I see. I've kept your room tidy, or is this about your money? No. Is the daylight savings time over? Yes. I put the clock back 1 hour. Just do what you can. Would that fix it? Excuse me. Yeah, that's people having a mandala effect. There's no clock in here. Unless that's a clock. People wouldn't just lie on the internet, would they? Oh my god, the classic speed up conundrum. You can't just do that, can you? Lie on the internet? But this will be fun. I think before we get to the... So, wait. I think it's, yeah, the 4th gym, Morty. I think there will be like 130 Pokemon available in the game. It's crazy. There's so many Pokemon available in the first 3 gyms. It's actually staggering. And this game's pretty open. Because as soon as you beat Morty and you have Surf, you can go left all the way through the ocean. You can't explore the islands, but you can go left. And then you can go right and explore the mountain region. And the only thing you can't do is the mountains, which is the 8th gym. So, like, Johto's basically open after 4 badges. The function for the manual resetting the clock is not available in the Japanese versions. The main menu error and the actual clock adjustment screen exists in all versions as they are used for when the clock... Yeah. So, I've gotten honestly flamed about this opinion. Because there's some big Pokemon YouTubers who all claim that it's an intended mechanic, and I have like, oh man. Because one of the things about the Professor Oak challenge is that you can't use glitches or cheats. And I have argued so much that it's a glitch. Or a cheat. I came up with, honestly, my biggest neckbeard moment ever over this argument. And I was fighting with somebody because I was just like, you guys already use the time clock glitch. Like, you might as well use other glitches to make things easier. And they're like, it's not a glitch. It's not a glitch. And I was like, well, it is a glitch. And like, anyways, the whole argument basically boiled down from when you're playing this game on Gold and Silver, you have to earn, I think, 50,000. I need to go back up to the cave. I'm just wandering around. You have to earn 50,000 Poke, or whatever the money is in this game. And then your mom will buy you a Moonstone, and you use that Moonstone to evolve Jigglypuff. Now, it's only in Gold and Silver. You don't have to do it in Crystal. But to get that much money, my old Pokemon Gen 2 manual literally, like, disintegrated. I used it so much. I wish I still had mine, too. Unless you mean, like, the little game manual, which I never had. I had, like, the actual, like... I honestly don't even know what company made this book. I don't think it was Prima. But it had, like, all of the Pokemon and their levels that they learned, like, each move and stuff in the back. And I used that thing all the way up to Gen 5. I mean, it stopped being accurate, but... Yeah, no, I didn't, yeah. I always got the games after my brother was, like, getting the next one. Until Emerald. I think Emerald was the first one where I was, like, actually able to, like... It was like, oh, there's a new Pokemon game. Do you want one? And it was like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, we can get one. And I remember getting it and thinking, like, wait, this is just Ruby and Sapphire. This sucks. But I did pre-order Diamond, and I got the crazy Dialga stylus. But I also remember hating that because the stylus was huge. It was like the size of an actual pencil. And I just remember thinking, like, this sucks. Like, I'm gonna lose this. Like, I have to carry this alongside all my shit. I'm gonna lose it. And then Gen 5 came out, and I kind of fell off Pokemon really hard. Because, like, people don't really talk about it now. But Pokemon, like, Pokemon almost died, man. Pokemon was not doing well for some years there. And then, crazily, because now people look back at it with, like, shadiness. But, like, Gen 6 was massive. The X and Y era was so big for the revival of Pokemon, it's crazy. I myself was one. I got back into it, like, so hardcore with Gen 6. But, like, I can remember so many friends just suddenly being like, oh, are you getting X and Y? And it was like, yeah, are you? And like, yeah, we're going to the midnight release at GameStop. Dude, that's another thing. And that died before COVID. What happened to midnight releases? That was such a fun experience, going to, like, a store at, like, 8, 7, whatever o'clock, and just sitting there all day into the night, and then, like, 11 o'clock rolls around, and you get to laugh at all the fucking idiots who thought nobody would be in line. And then, like, oh, dude, it was so fun. Because then, like, the people come out, and they're like, okay, we're gonna do groups of 10, and blah, 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 and, like, oh, racing home to play the game. The last game I remember getting to do that for was Dark Souls 3. And to this day, I'm still convinced, because one of my roommates, when I got home, because I had to go to class that day, I couldn't skip class. And what we basically decided on was that we were gonna, I can't even remember how long the breaks were, but we were all gonna take breaks playing the game, and then, like, somebody else could rotate playing. And I remember when I got home, he had basically discovered all this stuff, and to this day, I'm just, like, not convinced that he discovered it, and he'd look shit up all day. But it's neither here nor there. I'm just still, to this day, not convinced he fucking discovered all this stuff he said he did. But that's the last game I remember, like, midnight releasing. Dark Souls 3 was a lot of fun. Dark Souls 3 was a great game, man. Now, I don't think Dark Souls 3 is all it's cracked up to be. At the end of the day, I don't think Dark Souls 3 has... I don't even think it has the impact Dark Souls 2 has. Dark Souls 3 is just too safe of a game. It's great, though. I would rather play Dark Souls 3 any day over Dark Souls 1, but if the mood's right, Dark Souls 1 is the better game. There's, like, no argument. Oh, thank you. As a voice of reason. You have no idea how, like, I literally, like, my shoulders relaxed. They made his shoulders weak. He looked soft. Or shoulders small. I mean, like, another thing that, like, tips me off that it's debug is they just discovered it for Crystal. Like, they knew about it for Gold and Silver, but the crystal one went undiscovered until like 10 years ago or something like that. I just, ugh. Oh, let me finish this whole thing. So, anyways, people have essentially written off the Jigglypuff as a novelty, and it's not required, despite the fact that the whole challenge is about getting as many Pokemon as possible before each gym badge. People have just written off getting the Moonstone. And in my mind, all you have to do is duplicate items and then sell the duplicated items, which, you know, does require you doing a glitch, but so does changing the time. So, one time I told a bunch of people on the Professor, I'm shocked I didn't get banned for this. Maybe I am banned. But I told a bunch of people to run their marathon. What did I say? Run your marathon in Heelys, you bunch of fatties, or something like that. I was so mad. It was definitely my most neckbeard moment. It's absolutely deleted by now, too, because I was so ashamed of myself. Yeah, if it's in one of those old fucking, like, you have to call a hotline things, it was absolutely left in there as like, hey, did you ever fix that thing where the game just breaks the time? No, why? Oh, thank God, because I left in the screen where you can fix the time. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just not tell anybody, and if they call, we'll fix it for them. Which I can absolutely see that being, like, one dude called in and actually learned, like, how to do it, and then it spread around the world as, like, a rumor. Which is really kind of crazy to think about, like, because that's where they all come from. One person spreading it. Well, sometimes they do come from, like, Nintendo Power Magazines. That is a real thing. Sometimes that is real. Do you think those people ever just laugh to themselves? One second, is that my cat? That's interesting. It's so weird to, like, think about stuff like that, too, because, like, again, you have to put yourself back in the, like, that time period. And exactly like what you said, earlier, you might have nailed it with, like, exactly what you were talking about, and some kid was just like, man, I never see the right Pokemon. So they set their game to always be at night or something like that, and then, like, they were perpetually stuck in the dark forever, and they could never change their game to being daytime again. Like, I mean, that is literally something that could just happen. Which, I mean, isn't the biggest issue, but, like, I could totally see that happening to a kid and just being like, I never seen the nighttime Pokemon! And then, like, starting their game at night and being like, oh, this is fun. Turning the game off and then starting it the next day again and being like, oh, wait, it's nighttime again. Oh, it's always nighttime. And then, like, yeah, you can only play during the day at night and, like, obviously the reverse, but truly, I mean, there wouldn't be an issue with that unless you're a little kid. My God, can you imagine? There's some kid out there that's scared of the dark in games. I mean, I'm an adult and I'm scared of the water in games. Big oceans in games freak me out. So there's definitely a kid out there scared. There's probably an adult scared of the dark in a game too. What am I saying? What am I fucking saying? Of course. Final Fantasy 15 at night is spooky until you become, like, the true heir of the Ring of Lucis, which is where we were when we were level 99. And basically every enemy just gets warp strike to death. But yeah, before that point, when you're driving your car and you're just like, no demons, no demons, no demons, no demons, no demons, run, 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 run. Where's my chocobo? Where's my chocobo? Also, I don't know if we'll pick up exactly where we left off, but I'm excited to play Final Fantasy 15 again during Shark Week. There's actually some people who are already excited for Shark Week this year for me. So, I hope I don't disappoint this year. I want to say it's in July. I want to say it's the second week of July. I haven't looked this up in a while. When... No, not the Olympics. When is Shark Week 2026? July 6th to the 13th. It's the first... No, that's the second week. That's the second week. I was right. Oh my god, I was right. I wonder if I can... Oh! No, that sucks. I just thought there's a perfect set of Yu-Gi-Oh cards I could open. But, like, I know for a fact that they're not in stores anymore. Oh my god, if I could have found... Oh, if I could have found it in my heart to have bought a bunch of packs of the Legendary Fisherman... and then just sat on them for Shark Week. Oh my god, that would have been so good. I didn't buy any because there's nothing good in the packs. Like, there's nothing good. Like, even, like, nostalgic for me. There's, like, 1 or 2 cards, which are the Legendary Fisherman. Which is, like... I don't know, man. I'm a gambler, but buying packs of cards to try and open a 1 in 200 is, like... That's serious gambling. Now, did I open packs of cards looking for a 1 in 400? Absolutely. Did I open that card in, like, the last few packs that I had bought over the course of a few months? Absolutely. However, I opened, like, several $100s worth of other cards in value. So, like... it was not a losing battle. Dude, I was actually just re-evaluating my Yu-Gi-Oh collection, and it's ridiculous. I opened so many expensive cards that I just didn't realize because I was looking for, like, that fucking cat, which is worth, like, nothing. I no joke opened hundreds of dollars worth of cards. And I just had no idea because I was looking for a cat. Now the fun part is I can actually build some insanely competitive decks. But I was doing a little research into it and I was gonna do some Yu-Gi-Oh tournamenting. But apparently Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments have the worst prizes of all the card tournaments. So, like, the odds of me winning are literally astronomically low. It's not gonna happen. But, like, I mean, could you imagine winning and your prize is a fucking playmat? I'd never enter a tournament again. What was the point? You might as well just play with your friends. Oh my god, dude. And, like, dude, some of the tournaments for Yu-Gi-Oh! Have 1,000 people show up. Can you imagine being the best out of 1,000 and the company gives you a $30 playmat? Now, mind you, it's a one-of-one playmat, so you basically turn around and sell it to the highest bidder. But then you don't even get a prize! Like, that's sick. How's that a thing? How do the fans put up with that? The crazy part is that people chase it. Which, like, I respect the grind. But, like, honestly, when I think about it, in my mind, it's just a bunch of, like, ultra wealthy kids going like, Mother, I have to fly out to Salt Lake City to play Yu-Gi-Oh! This week. But, it's actually just a bunch of fucking people scrapping together to, like, make it to each tournament. And it's like, bro, that's crazy. Like, I respect that grind, but, like... Yo, ask the company to pay for it. Holy shit, bro. Like, if the top 10 contenders just don't show up, like, that hurts. So, like, pull together. It's crazy, man. I mean, not everybody can be Pokemon, but for God's sakes, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! Can afford it. Although, I've never really thought about this. I don't know how much somebody should be paid for winning a card tournament. It should be more than what the top deck costs, obviously. You should never win less than what it costs to be a contender. Ever. Ever. I mean, that's part of winning a tournament that you have to travel to, man. Like, that's... People can argue day and night that it's about the love of the game, but, like, if you're specifically signing up for a tournament officiated by the game, there's gotta be some prizes there, man. But, no, growing up, man, I always thought the people who went to, like, the tournaments were just spoiled kids who, like, had too much money. I didn't realize it was actually, like, adults fucking, like, scrapping $1,000 together so they could travel across the country, stay in a hotel room for 2 nights, and then prepare to travel back across the country for the next tournament. I respect the grind. But damn, dude. What the fuck is that? Oh, okay, it has to be a bird outside. Based on that rhythm, that has to be a bird. But I will say there was a little time in college. There was we haven't seen a single Dunsparce. There was a small time in college where I absolutely thought people who won tournaments deserved nothing, and I hated them. But that was just because of one guy. Oh my god, he was the biggest. I've never almost picked a fight like, I'm gonna swing on this dude. Somebody hold me back. I'm swinging on this dude. But there was a guy in college who used to make me so aggressively mad that, like, one day I almost, like, attacked him. But he had convinced me that the people who went to tournaments deserved nothing. Because he was one of those spoiled rich kids who was like, oh yeah, I had about $4,000 or $5,000 in Magic cards, and then one day while I was at a tournament, I just, I'd left my box in my car and somebody robbed me. But, like, it's okay, because when the next rotation came out, I just, like, I replaced my whole fucking block, and, I was back in the tournament scene. And I just, like, I always remember thinking, like, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. And then he said something I will probably never forget to this guy who was, like, I don't know, 45? 40? Actually, you know what? Looking back at it, he was probably 30, 35, because I was 20. And I'm looking through my current eyes backwards. But he approached me one day, which, again, as a 30, 35-year-old approaching a 20-year-old in class is like, it's already hard enough. But he was like, hey, man, do you want to play Magic? And I was like, yeah, sure. But, like, I don't have any cards. And he was like, no, it's like, I've always got cards on me. And, like, what it was, like, he always carried cards on him. And I can't remember exactly the story, but, like, he played with his kids. They were his kids' decks and stuff like that, and he carried them on him so that, who knows. Anyways, we were playing, and he ended up playing, and this might be like an old way of like Magic, or it was just a family brew way, but he had these like glass beads of all 5 colors. And when you wouldn't spend your mana, you got to keep it as the beads. And like the decks that he had were all built around storing mana between rounds of magic, like of not rounds of magic, but of like your turn. So like it wasn't mana burn where like at the end of your turn, if you had left over mana, it did damage to you. You literally kept it as like a stored system. So like at the end of your turn, you would tap all your mana, you'd get a bunch of beads, and then the next turn you'd untap and you would have the beads from last round and your new untapped mana. So you could do like fucked up combos. It was crazy. Honestly, I would play it. If somebody was like interested, I would play it because it was such a unique take on it. And I just remember him coming up and shitting on it, and then like, this is the other guy that I was talking about earlier. He shit on it and then would also be like, why are you playing this card? You know this is more meta. Or I just ran, whoops. Or like, you should play these over these. Oh my god, you have this? This is a common. And I just remember thinking the whole time, like, I hate you. I hate you. I was playing Magic with this guy, learning like a new way to play Magic and just loving this. And now you're like trashing his kids' decks and like bragging about how you spend thousands on Magic and stuff. And like, if you've ever heard me talk about Magic when I was in college, we would go to the card shops and like see who could buy the most cards for the least amount of money. And it'd be like, oh look, I got 10 cards and they were all 25 cents a piece. Like, yeah. And somebody else would be like, I got 30 cards at a nickel a piece. It's like, damn, dude. And then somebody would be like, look, I bought a bunch of lands. And it's like, why do you have so many lands, Dave? But, ugh. And then eventually I met really cool people who played Magic, and it like changed entirely how I looked at the game and like as a way of like expressing yourself through cards. And then I met another person who, when I realized how they were expressing themselves through the cards, it made me not like them. And then one day they let it slip that they like to come to our house to play Magic because they literally never lost. I think maybe in like 100 games they lost 3. And they let it slip one day that they liked coming to our house to play us in Magic because it gave them such an ego boost that it made them feel like unstoppable. And then they would go have sex with their girlfriend and they'd feel on top of the world. And I just remember sitting there one day and just looking at him and be like, just leave. And it was like, it was such a weird moment because like people were looking at me like, what? And I was like, no, just get out of our fucking house, actually. Just fucking go. Never come back. And like, I eventually explained why I was so mad and everybody was like, what? No. And they like, I remember like, it was like this whole thing where people would like ask him about it and be like, no, I said that. And they'd be like, that's weird, right? You know that's weird. And then they like ask me if he could come back to the house because we would throw parties. And I would just not let him come to the parties. And it's just like, no. Like, it's fucked up to be some dude's fucking ego boost before he goes and has sex with his girlfriend. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even want to play Magic anymore. Like, do I not get a say? And they're like, well, you kicked him out. Like, he can come back, right? No! Like, what am I gonna do? Let him play Magic, and then when he's just like, one sec, guys, I'll be back. Just, like, fucking not acknowledge it? Like, done! And done. Alright, do we get it? Do we get it? I can't even look! Oh, I didn't even damage it! No! I don't damage it! And that, my friends, is called stupidity. Why didn't I kill it? Oh, wait, because I threw the Pokeball. Damn, we've only seen one Dunsparce this whole time. I'm glad I just saved too, didn't I? Oh, I did not, did I? Did I? I didn't. I gotta save more often. I'm trying not to cheat that much this playthrough. When I last did this playthrough, I duplicated so much stuff for money. And I'm trying not to do that this time. But on the flip side, I also feel like I'm restarting a whole lot to save Pokeballs. But I don't know. It's 6 of one, half dozen the other. You either cheat to get enough money so that you don't have to reset for Pokeballs, or you have to reset for Pokeballs because you don't have enough Pokeballs. And it's like, which challenge do you want? I forgot how chunky Dunsparce is. He's a big boy. But that was dumb. Who do we have to fight him? Oh, everybody's kind of hurt. You know what? Let's go heal up our guys real quick. So that I actually have somebody to fight him. We got big plans for the weekend? Got anything going on? Any new projects since you, wrapped up on the N64? Was that it? I feel like I haven't heard you talk about the N64 in forever. I mean, you fixed it, but... Any projects to do on it? I actually just watched a video about Banjo-Kazooie, or I think it was Banjo-Kazooie. I've never played that game in my life, but I watched a video about how the demo, I want to say it was the demo, is almost entirely beatable. Like, to the end game, except for, like, the last level, or something like that. It's crazy. It was really cool to see, like, how they could bypass the demo itself to reach the full game with, like, hyper tech. Where it's, like, not just advanced tech, where it's like, oh, yeah! If you do a ground pound into a high jump, you get an even higher jump. It's, like, shit, like, where players are like, oh, yeah! If you swing yourself off a ledge, you keep upward momentum and then do a ground pound, you'll go even higher because the game doesn't know which way to send you. You can get over this wall and enter area 3 earlier, collecting a couple extra... It's like, what the fuck? Lately, I've become obsessed with demos. I've almost been exclusively playing demos in game, or like demo games. I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm about to throw hands, though. Y'all are about to see me get banned off of Discord for saying some hateful shit. I'm honestly, I'm gonna have to start recruiting people I know to Discords that I'm in as, like, fucking reassurers. Because, dude, I'm gonna fly off the handle in this Discord I'm in. This game's supposed to come out in, like, the next 2 months. And I swear... 3 times a day, people are commenting, devs, any update? Devs, update. Any update? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, update? And it's just like, shut the fuck up. It's like, there's like 9 of you in the past few days. If they haven't responded to any of you, what makes you think that the number 10 is gonna be the one they finally fucking crack? Like, fucking leave the devs alone. And I know the devs are tired of it, because I made a post, and the dev just straight up was like, hey, DM me. And then, like, the dev talked to me through DMs and stuff like that, and it was just like, yo, you're not interacting with people, are you? Like, I've seen this before. I feel so fucking bad. And, like, I'm so close to snapping. Because it's just like, dude, stop. Like, they'll announce when the game's coming out when the game's coming out. Please. Please stop harassing the devs. Because I've seen what happens when the devs have had too much, and then they just release the game early, and it's not done. And, like, A, they're not happy with it. And then B, all the people who are bitching to get the game early are the same ones who bitch that the shit isn't finished. And it's like, dude, oh my, it makes me grit my teeth. And those people are always the first ones gone, because there's nothing to do. Ugh, I've already explored everything. And it's like, bro, you played 2 hours. Just leave. Just leave. Just, oh my god, I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna regret it. I know I am. I literally can't handle being in Discords, dude. I just, ugh. It drives me insane. I feel like it's bots, dude, but they're people. It really just feels like bots posting the same comment over and over. But then I'll click on their accounts and they're, like, verified. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, is somebody paying for verified bots? Is that what this is? But no, they're real people. I can't believe I froze up on that Dunsparce and just immediately threw the ball. That was such an easy catch. All I had to do was switch to Geodude, I think. Or, no? Was he out of tackles? Was that earlier? Was it earlier Geodude was out of tackles, or was it now? I can't remember. We almost have Crocodile, though. If you're thinking about doing this challenge, though, Crystal. Crystal is definitely the way to go. Gold and Silver, I think, is considered the hardest Professor Oak challenge there is. Again, the first badge has a challenge in it that's so tedious, the entire community considers it not worth doing. Which is, again, so goofy to me because that's the whole name of this challenge. Just make Gold and Silver the hardest one. Why? Like, that's the solution. Like, hey, just don't play Gold and Silver unless you're ready to do this. Why be like, oh, no, you just don't have to do that. Like, that undermines the whole thing. You don't have to do anything. One guy tried to tell me it's because it's a legitimate time sink. And it was like, brother, the whole fucking thing is. And he was like, well, no, not actually, because the RNG of random battles makes it different for everybody. So the time it takes to do the challenge is different for everybody. Whereas collecting the berries to get enough money will always take the same amount of time. And I just remember sitting there thinking, like, I think I don't want to talk to people anymore. Like, we're literally arguing about whether or not you're supposed to catch, or you're supposed to evolve a Pokemon in a challenge where you evolve all the Pokemon. And your argument is that it takes too long and isn't random. I think I'm done talking to people. And I actually think I was. If I went back in my life, like, journal, I'm pretty sure I stopped talking to people right then. But I'm pretty sure it was also during COVID, so, like, it kind of doesn't count. Because it was really easy to not talk to people during 2020. But, yep, I was actually really big in... Well, no, I shouldn't say really big. I should not say really big. I was very... What's the word? Not prominent. The word would be prominent, but, like, I wasn't a prominent figure. But, like, if you went to Shiny Pokemon or the Professor Oak Challenge or Pokemon Crystal or some other Pokemon subreddits, there was, like, a few months during COVID where I was everywhere. Because that's all I was doing. I'd found out Pokemon Crystal was on the 3DS, and I was playing that shit every day. Every single day, dude. There was a point during the pandemic where if I wasn't playing Pokemon, I was playing Ark Survival Evolved. And, like, that's all I did. Bro, I'm not even shitting you. Months during COVID. And if I wasn't doing those two, I was watching Hunter... Well, no, I shouldn't even say that, because if I was watching Hunter x Hunter, I was playing Pokemon. That's crazy to look back at. That's such a weird time. And what's even weirder about it is when I was doing all that stuff during COVID, I was thinking to myself the whole time, like, wow, this is the hardest I've ever gamed. I've never gamed this hard. And now, it's such a weird thing, because now I look back at COVID and I think to myself, like, well, I wasted all that time. I accomplished nothing. But that's simply because after COVID, I got into streaming, and all the stuff I did during COVID was, like, practice for what I would do while streaming. So many of the, like, challenges I've done while streaming are things that I did during COVID, and I just, like, spruced up and made better. So many challenge runs that I did during COVID just ended up becoming streams later. Final Fantasy 3! Final Fantasy 3 challenge that I just beat Odin with. We just got double Goon Gear from Odin. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Will Geodude kill? Who's weaker? Geodude or Pidgey? I'm gonna take a guess on this. Level 10 Geodude versus a Pidgey. Now, there will be stab on the Pidgey. So, I'm gonna bet... I know Onix is weak as fuck. Geodude has to be weaker than Pidgey, because he gets Explosion and Self-Destruct. So if he's strong, those moves would be fucking devastating. 23. 19. Now he does get Stab. So who's gonna be weaker? I feel like it's Geodude. Nice. Alright, pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. Let's go! Dunsparce! $15 Pokemon. Oh, where the fresh fuck is Dunsparce in the list of things? I actually have no idea where Dunsparce is numerically. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I actually have no idea. Okay, this might take me a second. Where is he in the list? Oh, wait, it's right in front of me, isn't he? 206. So where's that put him? Sneasel, Blissey, Chansey, Kabutops. No, he wouldn't be that high. Piloswine, Gligar, Horsey, Espeon, Eevee, Tangela, Chinchou, Starmie. Where is he? I know he's in here. I remember trying to get his sprite to fix was a fucking nightmare. Oh, there he is. Right below Mareep. Oh, so he's on the left side, right? Yeah, he's on the left. Oh, if anybody's wondering, it took me 9 hours to do all of this. Oh my god, we can get out of the cave, though. Hell yeah! And then we grind here, I believe. Oh, I could go catch an unknown. Although, aren't the unknown technically better? I could also catch Growlithe. Oh, Growlithe flees too, doesn't he? We are so close to Croconaw. Level 3 Pidgey. I don't know if anybody's listening right now, but I forgot to ask earlier when there were people here. At any point, actually. I haven't asked at any point. Let me rephrase that. Is there too much on screen? I know sometimes I talk about how I get overwhelmed with things on screen, but I actually felt like I had balanced it well enough that it's not overwhelming. But I also can see how somebody could show up and just be like, yo, what the fuck is all of this? Let's go! Another one bites dust. I think it's going to be a kick-ass representation of how many Pokemon are available in each area. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find animated spinning emotes for the, I was looking at my badges! Can you imagine if it was shiny too? I would have heard it, I think, but... He's not super rare, is he? Oh, shit! I've been playing for 2.5 hours, bro. I need to take a break. Holy shit. I zoned out. Holy crap. Wow. I can't remember the last time I just zoned out like that. Wow. I cannot remember the last time I just completely bonked out like that. It's been a while. So Crocodile is grinded out. Let's swap to Pidgey. We're gonna take a break. That's crazy, dude. I just bonked out like that. Alright, YouTube, I'll see you in the next one.